I wish I had taken a screenshot of this comment before I blocked the user from my other channel. They said that I have my other channel because of the guilt I feel being an economic refugee in Spain. I don't always reply before blocking someone, but this time I did. I'll tell you what I said later. This space I'm in is so weird. I didn't flee the US, I chose to move to Spain. I moved with my husband of 22 years, who is from Spain, with my daughter, who is a Spaniard, to be closer to my Spanish family in Spain. I'm often accused of using my vast wealth to drive up the cost of housing for locals. Meanwhile, I bought a house that had been on the market for 12 years before I came along. I'm also accused of taking jobs from people who need them. Meanwhile, I've created a business here, one where I hope to contribute to the community I'm a part of. If you haven't read the article from La Voz Asturias, please do. It sums up how I plan on adding to the community here as opposed to taking from it. I've been an active YouTuber since October 2024, so 9 months now. It started with my channel, Things Your Mom Should Have Told You. I began pivoting the content on that channel. After I began pivoting the content on that channel, I started Asturico in February. Asturico is a love letter to Spain, specifically Asturias. The other day, I was asked what the most beautiful place I visited this summer was. I couldn't answer. I'd been to so many beautiful places this summer. Castropol with its flower carpets, Tapia de Casariego with its natural swimming pool, Grado with its winding streets. Bulnes is a seemingly fairy tale village, Lastres with its independent spirit. There are many places that I didn't even mention because they were all beautiful. Why should I compare? I'd rather appreciate it all. I shouldn't have answered the question at all, but I did. I mentioned how so many places were beautiful in their unique way. I began to talk about the surprise at how many amazing town markets there are. Before this summer, I had only been to a few. I usually stuck with my town's market. This summer allowed me to explore more. Frankly, there are so many amazing markets here. This video was supposed to show you the medieval festival in Oviedo. I chose the wrong day for my visit. I came on the last day of the event, which was a Sunday. I was to see the parade. We wandered the streets to find the route, missing it entirely because we stumbled upon the Sunday market. How have I missed this market for so many years? It was phenomenal. Generally, I avoid Oviedo because I prefer more intimate places. Oviedo is very much city, but winding around this market was different. Before finding the section with flower vendors, I smelled them from a courtyard. Before finding the fruits, I smelled them from a corridor. I was lost in the antique books for far longer than I should have been. I had so much fun just exploring this market than all the festivals this summer combined. The festivals are a fantastic addition to life, but this market is a part of living. It's a way for me to immerse myself more deeply in the culture. When I visit these markets, I practice my Spanish the most. It's where I speak Asturian the most as well. It's impossible to shrink away and overthink sentence structure or the right words. Just ask the question, no matter how wrong it may be, you'll figure it out in the end. I was at a crossroads when we decided to move. I'd become very aware of my health and what I needed to stay alive. I knew I would retire in Spain. It's why we bought a house here. I had kept my husband from his family for far too long. Six, 16 years, in fact. It had been so long that his Spanish accent had changed. It was time to bring him home. It was time to reintroduce my daughter to the culture that she had grown apart from. To that commenter, I replied with something simple. It was so simple that the commenter may not have considered the idea. Oh my God. Wow. I told them that it was funny that a house that had been unsold for 12 years is how I was making housing more unaffordable for people here. A house in a small town where the residents were leaving.
And this was a palace, but
Then I asked them to look at who they were angry with, because it's not me. It's the few around the world who make money off of the rest of us. These people make us work and toil and don't share the wealth that our labor produced. They are the individuals who reap the benefits of our efforts and add them to their portfolio of assets. So, no, I'm not who you should be upset by. It's them. I am an immigrant in Spain. My husband is an immigrant in the US. We're unable to satisfy everyone, regardless of where we end up. So we continue to focus on ensuring happiness in our lives. We have settled in Asturias and we are thoroughly satisfied. coming months, I will share more about my life here in Spain, how I blend the culture of Asturias with my culture.
public access.
I will also highlight artisans here in Asturias. To make sure that you don't miss it, subscribe. Also, give this video a like, it really helps the algorithm. Additionally, comment what you would like to see in these videos. I'm going to share a lot more of my home. If you want to see people, specific people, places, and things. Anyway, I'll see you next Tuesday.